So, we have to admit something to you. In our previous videos, we've been telling you all along that your pour cost is calculated by your cost of goods sold divided by sales. What if we told you that that was kind of a lie, and although it is theoretically correct, it is not an actual representation of your overall costs? That's all due to variance. The bad news is variance is unavoidable. Good news is, if you're aware of it, you can put proper measures in place to combat it and ensure that it is as minimal as possible. Now yes, in a perfect world where your staff executes the perfect pour every time, no one accidentally drops a bottle, none of your staff members give away shots to their friends or walk out the back door with a handle, there would be no variance. But I hate to tell you, my friend, it happens. And unfortunately, most people will do what you inspect and not what you expect. Are we going to tell you that with BevSpot your variance will magically disappear? No. However, if you're aware of how much variance is associated with every one of your inventory items on a weekly basis, you will be able to 1. Fix the problem, whether it be a result of a poorly set up POS button or a thief, and 2. Build extra cushion in biggest variant items sales prices to balance out your costs moving forward. So either way, we'll be able to give you your actual cost percentage. Before you're able to run a variance report in BevSpot, there are a couple of things to check off the list. 1. There must be an integration between BevSpot and your point of sale. Head to our integrations page to see which ones we have a direct integration with and to complete that process. 2. Your menu items need to be built out. 3. You need to have your menu items mapped to its corresponding POS ID. And 4. You must complete 1 full inventory cycle in BevSpot. After, go to the Sales tab on the left side of your BevSpot account and click Run New Report. On this page, you'll be able to pick the inventory cycle you want to see variance from. Most of our customers run these reports on a weekly basis, but you can go as far back as you'd like. After we plug in the 2 finalized counts, left being the oldest date and right being the most recent date, click Create Report. What's essentially happening here is BevSpot is pulling your usage between these 2 inventory dates while simultaneously pulling your sales data for the same time period from your point of sale. In other words, let's say that you've taken the time to build out your mimosa recipe. Each time one of your servers rung up the mimosa, that is triggering BevSpot to compare that to your usage of both champagne and orange juice to see how that matches up. Here, you'll be able to see your overall sales for this time period, your total cost of goods, and then, as mentioned a few minutes ago, your theoretical versus actual cost percentage, hence your variance. Below, you'll also be able to see a menu group sales breakdown, your top 10 variance items, a category level sales breakdown, and a snapshot of your profitability report. You can head up here to take a look at this data more in depth, but for now, let's dive into more of your variance. First, let's sort by all items and then by variance in dollar value, bottom up. This will allow you to examine your biggest variance culprits. You'll be able to see your inventory items, its unit cost, its units sold, and which recipes are comprised of that amount and your usage, giving you the comparison between what was used and what was sold. You'll see that difference in both unit and dollar value. If you've been recording loss in your account, click the upper right hand 3 dots and select the option if you want to include that loss in this report. So what now? Did we just uncover some training opportunities for our staff? Or spot a more malicious issue that you had no idea about? Meet with our team today to discuss ways to improve this number specifically within your operation, or chat with one of our support specialists who will walk you through how to calculate this even more in depth.